another video today. I'm here with you, everybody family, too. And today I'm here with your boy,
Locky. What's up, y'all?
Today we're here reacting to some videos. I'm going to react to two videos because last time I reacted to one video, but now I'm reacting to two.
And with me.
With Locky. Let's get started. Oh, that's creepy. The moment that's glitch.
Already a red flag.
Oh, not for us.
This is a short but terrifying story of something that happened when I was Snapchatting a friend. I'm pretty young. I'm only 13, still in middle school. A girl I really liked had just recently started snapping me selfie pictures, and we started messaging each other for a few nights. One night when I was watching TV, she sent me a snap of herself laying in her bed without...
Go back.
One night when I was watching TV...
What are those socks?
Oh, God, bro. That's the thing I was looking at. What are those shoes, bro? That kind of feet wear, bro.
No,
Come on now.
Why is his socks like wrapped up? And then those shoes?
Nah, bro.
Those are some like Jesus sandals.
I love the way
just without one strap.
I love the way he's always bored. Like his face is always bored.
She sent me a snap of herself laying in her bed without a caption. I sent a message saying, "What's up?" She sent another identical picture, this time with a caption saying, "Not much, you?" She set the timer to 10 seconds, so it gave me plenty of time to analyze the picture, including her bedroom in the background, and the dark outline of a person standing by her window. I quickly sent a response message, saying, "Is that your brother by the window?" She sent another identical snap, this time captioned, "What do you mean?" In this picture, the figure at the window was closer, and I could see a hand pressed up against the glass. I closed.
And the way that guy has 3 fingers.
Nah.
4 fingers.
No.
The snap before the timer even ran out so I could tell her quicker. I said, "There's somebody at your window, turn around." She opened my snap almost immediately, and then I didn't hear from her again on the app. I grew more and more worried as the minutes passed. I texted her a few times to no avail. I tried calling her a few times to no avail as well.
Look, his face is going sad.
I didn't know her house phone number, otherwise I would have called her parents. It wasn't until midnight when I was already laying in bed that she finally texted me back. She explained the whole situation. As soon as she looked at her window and saw the person standing there, she screamed. And that caused the person, who turned out to be a 20-something-year-old man, to open the window and jump into the room. From there, she ran to her parents' room and woke her dad, who went to her room to find nothing but an open window. It wasn't exactly a personal story of mine, but it freaks me out nonetheless, knowing that the only thing that saved my friend from whatever could have happened was the fact that I was able to see the window through her selfies, unbeknownst to the creeper at her window.
That was crazy. Like,
Oh, my God, bro.
who stalks like that? And personally, what happened to your fingers?
Alright, guys. Next video. Let's get started.
I was 26 years old, and I was unemployed. Feeling unfulfilled by the monotony of a job life, I decided I would try my hand at working from home. So my days and nights comprised me of surfing the internet for any jobs I could get. I was a big procrastinator, so more often than not I'd stray away and waste time doing other things. One day, I came across talk about the deep web while on Reddit. I felt amused by the people talking about it as if it was something so scary, and decided I'd look into it. It was stupid of me to go on it in the first place, but I made it even sillier by deciding to check it out late at night. It was about 2 a.m. and I came across a website where you could chat with someone anonymously. The person I got was a woman. She was in her early 20s and very pretty. She sat with her head in her hands, looking playful into the webcam while batting her eyes. I had no desire to turn my camera on and started our chat, thinking that while I didn't come across anything scary, I could befriend this pretty girl. It sounded like a better deal anyway. She told me to turn the camera on, but I ignored that request and tried to get her to talk. She finally did after some prodding, but I noticed how guarded she was. I also noticed how after every message I sent, her eyes would look off camera, either to her side or somewhere behind her computer. After a while, it started getting annoying, so I asked her if someone else was there with her.
I want to see you first,
she said. Up until now, I'd been chatting while she'd answered my questions verbally. I'm not that curious.
Don't be scared,
she said, laughing, this time looking behind the laptop again and making a face that seemed to indicate she was laughing at my expense, with someone else. This is getting boring. It feels like I'm not just talking to you.
That's because you're not. You're talking to all of us.
Who else is there?
Turn your camera on.
Is this a joke?
Turn it on.
Creepy.
Okay, I'll be leaving now.
Turn on the camera.
No,
Her laughter was almost piercing by now.
First of all,
there was
I would have
nothing
left
humorous
the
about the
moment.
situation, yet she threw her head back with riotous laughter. I'd had enough
Look at that
and moved
big
the
forehead,
cursor
bro.
over to turn the chat box off when I saw the cursor had jammed.
looking like
The only thing that was working was the chat box, and I still had access to the keyboard.
Turn the camera on, sweetie.
Her gumdrop
Girl,
filled
I don't
voice
even
was
know
louder
you.
than
Oh, God,
before.
girl, don't call me
I
that.
moved my gaze up to see her smiling toothfully at the camera. Her face still beautiful, but the smile completely fake.
Beautiful.
My computer's crashed. I can't see the screen.
Never watched
Sorry.
this.
I lied. I didn't want her to know I had no option but to chat. Her screen flashed before going blank. There was nothing there but a black screen. I felt relieved, thinking that at least I didn't need to talk to her while I tried to figure out what happened to the screen. Just then, a chat message popped up.
Open the damn camera, you...
The aggressiveness in the message frightened me. Now, the fact that I couldn't see her face while she typed this made me feel nervous. I didn't dare reply back, but then the cursor moved. I watched shell-shocked as the cursor twirled around the screen.
Open the camera now.
I still didn't make a
bro,
move.
I'm leaving.
There was no way anything good would be waiting for me if I did what she asked. The screen began flickering, as if a virus was causing the computer to writhe in agony.
Do you want me to find you?
My heart raced.
Find me.
Could it be possible she knew where I was? I started typing. Please stop bothering me.
Then turn on the fucking camera.
By this point, I thought she was some kind of sadist who got her
There's
kicks
kids
by
watching.
scaring unassuming people in chat rooms. So I obliged and turned the webcam on. I saw my frightened face staring into the screen. Judging by my face, my attempts at looking tough were painfully unsuccessful.
Try your best, buddy.
I asked around for the girl looking straight into the camera, telling her I did what she wanted and to stop hacking into my computer. There were several seconds of silence. I kept my stare directed to the little box that showed her camera feed, but it was pitch black. I motioned into the camera in confusion, feeling as if she was messing with me now. Then I saw another message.
Look here.
After a few seconds of staring at those words, I looked back at her camera, but my computer instantly malfunctioned, and I received another message.
Look here. Don't look up.
The chat was filled with nonsensical gibberish. She typed with such ferocious speed, my screen whirled away with her constant messages. I couldn't understand what was going on, but I didn't look up. My patience ran thin, and I wrote back, "What is this supposed to mean?"
Look at the bold letters.
Her response came.
The other copy letters.
I read only the letters in bold and shuddered. I looked back into her webcam and I fell back into my chair, my eyes widening. She was back there, only her face looked completely demented. She had a savage expression, devoid of emotion, but her eyes were almost popping out of their sockets, and she was huffing as if she had extreme amounts of pent-up rage. The way she looked directly into the camera made me feel she despised me with all of her being. There was no amusement there anymore. Her camera went blank again. Then the chat popped up. My heart stopped again. For a split second, there had been the same blackness, only for the lights to come back on. She wasn't alone anymore. There was a man next to her with a black mask on. He made no movements other than look into the camera like the girl.
Bro.
The girl's neck creaked to her side.
Oh my gosh.
It looked like it was causing her pain.
Look at that, make my neck
And then the
hurt.
lights went out again. The chat resumed. This time, I screamed in fright and fell off my chair. There was another man with them now. He was standing next to the girl with the original one on the other side. This man had the same mask on, but his hands were grasping the girl's shoulders. Even with the subpar quality of the webcam, I could see the force with which the man dug his hands into the girl. It looked like he could rip her in two.
You think?
The girl, however, had a huge grin on her face. Her eyes were mad with glee, or so it looked. Her teeth were perfectly lined up as her mouth spread into that toothy grin, but I could see she was in pain. Even with the smallest sign of her smile fading, the man clenched his hands even tighter than before, which made her smile even wider. All three of them were shaking,
You can see the
as if it was extremely cold where they were. After a couple seconds, I realized they were shuddering, like trying to hold back laughter. "What are you laughing at?" I yelled into the screen. They didn't answer, and continued to tremor with concealed hilarity. "What is so damn funny?"
Bro, imagine if one of them popped up in
They
his
stopped
room.
shaking. Within a couple seconds, the screen went black again. When it turned back on, the man no longer grasped the girl's shoulder. Neither was she smiling. All three pointed into the camera. Upon a closer look, I understood that they weren't pointing at me. They were pointing behind me. I didn't need to look back. I could see myself in the webcam. There was someone peeking from behind me. It was another man in a mask. And according to what I saw on my webcam, he was with me in my room.
Bro,
right
if
behind
that
me.
happened to me, you know what I'm doing? I'm not just turning around slowly. I'm turning around, whopping, throwing a big fat punch at him.
Bro, I would.
I turned around
Like, the way you
quickly
turned around
and
was
saw
like-
nothing where I had seen him in the webcam. I turned back towards the screen and, to my bewilderment, saw a third man in the girl's chat box.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was the same man I had just
Okay,
seen standing
bro.
in my room.
The way that they're grabbing at her
Now,
is weird.
all three had
But-
their hands on the girl and were gripping tight. The girl wasn't laughing anymore. She had a look of utter devastation. A tear was dropping from her eye, but it wasn't just a tear. It was blood trickling down her eye socket.
Oh.
She then mouthed the words, "Help me," and the next second she screamed as if her lungs were being ripped off as the screen went black.
Oh my gosh, hold on. I want to pause the perfect time.
Called it.
The girl wasn't laughing anymore. She had a look
called
of
it?
utter devastation. A tear was dropping from her
I want to pause it at the perfect
eye.
time.
But it wasn't just a tear. It was
Slow down.
blood trickling down her eye socket. She then mouthed the words, "Help me." And the next second, she screamed as if her lungs were being
Yo, look at her eyeballs.
ripped off.
Nah, you called that one.
I did not call it.
Words.
You said she would be split in half.
I didn't say that. I said the way they're grabbing her is like tight. Okay, I'm gonna pause at the perfect time.
You need to slow down if you want to.
Oh, why the hell every time I do that?
Tear was dropping from her
I
eye,
got you. Watch this.
Hold on, let me go back.
You don't have to call that back.
but it wasn't just a tear.
Okay.
Slow down.
It was blood trickling down her eye socket. She then mouthed the words, "Help me." And the next second, she screamed as if her
The way that your
lungs were
eyes popped out,
being
bro. Yo, you see that? You guys can't really
She got
see it, but
split
like,
in half.
yo, right there. Circle that, bro. Look at that. You guys can see an organ coming out.
off as the screen went black. I immediately got up and pulled the plug out of my computer and backed out of the room. For a couple seconds, I swear I heard her screams, even though the computer was unplugged. The room went quiet, but I was too devastated to stay there and ran out of my house despite it being 3 a.m. I caught a cab and went over to my friends, who had to talk me down for an hour before I could be calmed. I returned back to my house with my friend a day later. Everything was the same, and after thoroughly checking around the house, we concluded that there was no one there, nor was there a sign of anyone ever having broken in. I've never gone back to the deep web. My friend suggested it might have been some prank by computer hackers.
Prank? We literally watched her got ripped open.
The terror she had on her face. It convinced me she had been a victim herself. I had wondered if I had stayed on for longer, if I would have become a victim too. Could those men have found me? Was there really someone in the room with me? There was nothing I could do, because there was nothing concrete to report to the police. What I did do was throw the computer out and buy a new one. There was no way I could even open it back up after what happened.
Whoa.
That was creepy.
Very.
Well, we're gonna end it there. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. To end it there. So we're gonna end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and thank you for watching. Peace.
See you all next time.